Now, for our final report, let's turn to the House of Representatives, where lawmakers rejected a bill to establish a Civil Societies Regulatory Commission for coordinated regulation of civil society organizations. Some of the lawmakers who opposed the bill say it goes against Section 40 of the Constitution, which gives every citizen the right to assemble freely.
The Community and Allied Matters Act 1990 requires...
Once again in the House of Representatives, a bill to regulate civil society organizations was presented for second reading, but was strongly opposed by some lawmakers.
Another purpose of this bill is to ensure the monitoring and supervision of all civil society organizations to ensure that their activities conform to the laws of the land. Another reason is for this bill to curb frauds and misuse of financial donations.
The only people who shine light at our electoral process, at our judicial process, and at our governance system are those civil society groups.
For God's sake, where has the author of this document been? This democracy we are sitting here enjoying today, was it brought by the military? It was brought by civil society organizations. They spend their monies, they put their lives on the line, and many of us spent decades in exile. Couldn't enter this country.
The Speaker, however, seemed to be in support of the bill.
Why is anybody running away from regulation? If there's a problem that the regulation will bring, it can be cured at the committee level or at the public hearing level.
On the contrary,
after listening to submissions from his colleagues, Representative Tajuddin Abbas did what many could describe as the honorable thing.
maybe what has actually sent the wrong signal is the way I framed the legislative brief. And for that reason, since there is a misconception on the way and manner people try to read meanings into the legislative brief, I will seek the indulgence of Mr. Speaker to step this bill until further notice.
The attention of lawmakers was also drawn to the growing concerns by the public on the fixed monthly tariff plan by cable television providers.
Concerned that DSTV and other direct-to-home service providers have deliberately refused to implement the pay-as-you-go tariff plan, but rather charge users on a fixed monthly tariff plan, unlike what is obtainable outside Nigeria. Aware that Nigeria constitutes 40% of DSTV's global market share, yet over 40% of the citizens do not use a greater part of their paid monthly tariff due to engagement that take them from one location to the other on a daily basis. Hence, they cannot access the services upon expiration, whether or not they use their previous subscription until they renew it for another month. The House resolved to urge the federal government to direct multi-choice and other direct-to-home broadcast service providers to implement a pay-as-you-go tariff plan.
The House resolved to set up an ad hoc committee to look into the matter and report back in 4 weeks for prompt action. The House of Representatives has threatened to arrest telecommunications operators in the country for failing to appear before the Committee on Finance. According to the Speaker, who was reacting to a motion from the chairman of the committee, if the telecom operators fail to appear within 7 days, the House will issue a warrant for their arrest. The committee is investigating the alleged $30 billion annual revenue leakages due to tax evasion and diversion of foreign exchange by companies.
We will not allow these organizations to bring our democracy to its knees. So I will ask that the chairman of the committee issue one more final notice, and this serves as notice as well. And if in 7 days you do not hear from them, then please, my doors are wide open. Let's kickstart the process. I will arrest whoever needs to be arrested and compel their attendance at the hearing.
The House of Representatives has mandated its Committee on Sports to investigate the cause of death of the late footballer Martins Chineme and also audit the health facilities provided by the league management company for league matches across the country. Representative Dachung Bagos, who raised the motion, expressed disappointment that if proper medical equipment was in place, the footballer would have lived.
The House notes that on March 8, 2020, One, Mr. Martins Chineme, a member of Nasarawa United Football Club, slumped on the football pitch during a match in Lafia, Nasarawa State, and died. Aware that first aid manual and related healthcare issues for football, which is the standard for international best practice, provides guidelines for scene safety, safe environment, first aid assessment of injuries and basic life support, among others, which were all ignored in that case. Worried that the league management company, LMC, has not taken necessary steps to ensure compliance by providing necessary medical equipment and ambulances.
The House observed a minute of silence in honor of late Martins Chineme and further urged the Nigeria Football Federation/League Management Company to ensure that first aid and emergency response with ambulance services are on standby at all match events, in line with international best practices. The House of Representatives is urging personnel of the Federal Road Safety Commission to desist from engaging perceived erring motorists in hot chases on highways. The lawmakers are worried that personnel of the commission, who are supposed to ensure safety and protection of lives and property of road users, now routinely engage motorists in hot chases on the highways, thereby endangering innocent lives.
It's all about an area of 4 amendments that we want to achieve.
A bill for an act to amend the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Act also scaled second reading in the House of Representatives.
We want to amend by inserting a new subsection 2C, which we read as follows: that where a forfeited property is or form part of a going business concern and corporate entity with employees, the Commission shall not seize the property, corporate entities or business concern, but shall appoint receiver managers to take over the property, corporate entity or business concern until such time that the property or corporate entity or business concern shall be disposed in accordance with this act or order of the court.
Finally, following the controversies that have continued to trail constituency projects, the House Committee on Constituency Outreach has set an agenda for itself for better delivery of constituency projects.
This assembly, we inherited a budget of 2019. And the issue of constituency project, from the information that we were able to gather, only 30% has been released on 2019. And which I believe, as you are aware, is not good enough, you understand, for the implementation of constituency project.
That's The Gavel. Thanks for watching. Send your feedback to thegavel@channelstv.com. I am Terry Ikumi.